Let me tell you. Oh, shout out to all those parents that went through the walking phase for their kids. My gosh, man, poor guy. Anyone coming back, this is part 2 of the first round of the weekend grind stream. I had to end the other one a little earlier than expected. The little one just took a nasty hit to the lip, so that's all taken care of. But anyway, for anybody coming back, thank you for sticking around, coming in and hanging out with us. Nothing much on the agenda, just gonna continue the grind. We're all just chilling. Not really discussing too much of the game right now, and we'll obviously give our 2 cents of what we think about certain things, but just enjoying the time to grind. Discord's open for anybody that's interested. Let's see. That's that. And then, let me see, make sure everything's ready to go. Oh, yeah, speaker faced it. Excuse me. Yeah, he's good, man, but he definitely took a big hit, poor kid. But you know what, though? That's how they learn, man. That's how they learn. Nitrum, yeah, man. Round 2. That's how they learn, man. That's how they learn. Nitrum, yeah. Round 2. Let's see. Switch up the scene, and we're back. There we go. There we go.
Speaker face. Take the background noise off.
Okay, done, boss.
Okay, so basically what happened is...
What's your next command?
Churro, was it the palm of your hand or the back of your hand? How did you hit your baby? How was he abused?
How was he abused? Jesus, dude, seriously.
Come out with
It
that.
was the front knuckle.
This is why we have anonymous names like Churro. Nobody knows. Like Children's Services can't find him. Like,
All
just
right.
give us the real story.
I'm not going down that road.
He's a child beater, speaker face.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not going down that one.
Yep.
Yeah, he's crazy, huh? He's crazy, this one. Extinction, thanks for coming by, man. Thanks again. No, but seriously, for everybody coming back, thank you. But we're gonna just continue the grind. Fucking chance, dude.
So
Are
you gonna post the pictures of the child that you've beaten on Discord, or is that private message? Like, what's going on there?
But that's on request.
Oh.
I think if you were any closer to me beating you by now.
Oh, dude, no joke though. That was a pretty nasty hit, dude. He busted up his lip pretty bad. But
Yeah, you
Yeah,
feel
it's
that
just-
sorry
He
for
busted,
him.
I know,
he
poor guy,
busted
but-
the lip. Is that what happened?
yeah, dude, top lip, and he got cut a little bit on the nose. He hit the corner of the bed frame.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
dude. But he just, and the thing is that it's just who he is. Like his mind
Just
is
being
way
crazy.
faster than
Yeah.
his legs. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, man. So there's no way he's.
They all are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They see something, they'll try anything, get it.
Oh yeah. They're crazy. Hey, what the hell? Why, Raz? Why aren't you able to get in? There we go. That was weird. Sorry. All right, Raz, what's up, buddy? Long time no chat, man. How you been?
Going.
Nice, dude. Where you at with this event? You going for it?
Nah.
Right on.
Nah, the only one I really wanted to get was Minerva. So I haven't really been playing Donatines a whole lot lately. I'm more kind of just been playing it here and there, and
Right on.
I bought 72 wow, I can't speak. I'm tired. I bought the 72,000 gem pack, and I am actually waiting to see what this upcoming Norse Finish Plus is gonna be.
Oh, cool.
Now, I had posted in ZALON's chat just a little bit ago. I actually think that it would at least it would make sense to me, and I could be totally wrong, but it would make sense to me if this, which I think is going to be the last Norse finish plus, is going to be Odin with like the bow of gods or whichever one the Norse one is.
Yeah.
Because it would make sense, because they've already covered Hel. I mean, they already gave Thor his reskill with Mjolnir and all that. They've done Valkyrie and they've done Loki. The only one left to do is Odin.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, Odin with the extended range with the bow of gods with a bunch of reskills, like, that could actually be really good.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that too, because whatchamacallit, right now it just says shadow. It's like every time he hits, like lightning will strike. So I imagine that.
Yeah.
I hope that's a reflection on the original, on the newer take on him, because that's a very interesting approach, dude. So, and if you're gonna be able to get 100% crit and you get that one Rati synergy on him, it's like just lightning storm the entire battle, dude. So that'll be an interesting take. We'll see what they decide.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm waiting on. I just got Nergal recently.
Okay.
And I am having so much fun. Like, when I saw his skills, because I did the entire Nergal event.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw his skills and I saw everything that, he was buffing, I was just like, oh my god, why didn't I get this guy when he first came out?
Mm-hmm.
Because I had been sitting on my Prestige 1 Sagunga, which absolutely love Sagunga. She was my main attack titan other than Rostam for a while. But as soon as I got Nergal, dude, I didn't hesitate to drop Sagunga and Bast both into Nergal to get Nergal to level 55.
Right on. Yeah. And Nergal
he's insane. He's so insane. And I've got so many good like Panther and Poison relics now, because from just a bunch of these random poison events, that his stats are off the chart.
Yeah, dude.
I literally ran through the only like super tough Titan I've really gone up against right now is I went up against like it was a Prestige 1 Tarhuns. Absolutely just wrecked him. It took me 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, and I was just like, oh my god. So I'm gonna try and see like what other Titans I can take down with him, because he's just so like.
Yeah, dude.
It's not even him that's the problem. His Omega Panthers, because his Omega Panthers are perfect because you can drop them on ranged troops. You can drop them wherever you want to. It's not like this, like, the Corrupteds where they kind of just spawn everywhere. I still love Omega troops more than the Corrupted ones, because while the Corrupted ones, yes, they're stronger, the Omega ones, you have more control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was definitely the big. That's definitely the big win, or I guess, what's the word I'm saying? The one up they have on a lot of stuff with the Omegas. You can just definitely put them wherever you want, especially on range troops. You know what I mean? So, and that was like the thing with Nergal is that you get the 5 off the first skill.
Yeah, the 5 off the first skill is so amazing.
Yeah, you don't have to wait like 4 or 5, different unlocked skills in order to get one more or like a third one. So, so did you end up maxing, or did you get the synergy relic for it? You said too, for him.
Oh yeah. I did that. The recent Nergal event, I did the whole thing.
Yeah. Once you
get
another poison event,
his Kanjar volley.
Yeah, grinding events with him is hella fun, bro. It's really fun. Yeah, the poison clouds.
Like right now, my current. Yeah, I know. Like those poison clouds when a Panther dies, like it was so insane. Like even single entities were getting killed by it because it's just that strong. But my build for him kind of right now is kind of rough. But the way I've got him set up is that I put Night Whisper on him because it seems to actually really help him, because he's got just all that armor piercing that just can just flat out ignore whatever. I've got a level 5 Kendra Volley. I've got a level 8 Mount Armor, which this particular one I slapped it on him without hesitation because it's got the resist to lightning. And Panthers are so susceptible to lightning.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I put Putrid Pipes. And then the Nemean Lion Pelt. Because I didn't have a level 4, or excuse me, I didn't have a 4-star Nemean Lion Pelt. And when I saw that in there, I was like, I've got to get this relic.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was there. That was a
like
big,
that
was
is
big,
such a
big
strong one.
sure.
And well, and I'm super excited about it because what I really want to get is that Titan critical, because that's what my Nergal's lacking. Right now he only has 54% Titan critical. If I can get some more Titan critical on here for him, then he'll really just be unstoppable, because right now he's level 54, almost 300,000 health, 22,000 damage. Like, and by the time I get this guy prestiged, like once he's prestiged with those like warrior spirits and stuff like that, this dude's gonna be so good on both attack and defense.
Attack for sure, it'll make it fun because you get those other little minions on there. You'll be yeah, I think it's what you get one, I think, when you prestige them. Excuse me. But
his says 80% Titan damage health, every 60% Titan health lost, call a warrior spirit.
Yeah. But then
I'm
it gets
sorry.
double with the synergy with that you got too with it. But
Yeah, the synergy.
that's sick, dude.
I forget about that.
There you go,
Raz, that was like a year ago. Come on,
What was?
Nergal.
Well, you know what? I'm behind in the game, so I'm still having fun.
Like, wait, like, did I click on the wrong Churro stream?
No, you're fine. He's fine. But yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. Once you
Come
get
on,
another,
Chance.
Raz.
You know I'm a slacker.
Raz, you need to you have to get this new one. You're getting the new one, right?
No, I'm not going for him.
Come on, seriously?
He's going for Bow of the Gods.
yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Better pick and choose. 5-star relic, man, over a meta titan. Makes sense.
Yeah, I'd rather go for a 5-star relic than a Meta Titan at the moment, because Meta Titan is gonna keep shifting.
Yeah.
Do you have health?
I don't know. I didn't want her.
So you're not going for attackers. You're going for defenders. Is what you're doing?
Well, I mean, I've got a bunch of different attackers at the moment, which it really just depends, because what I find is useful for me, probably a lot of you guys would just kind of laugh at it, and I'm kind of just like, I don't really care. Like, I'm kind of just really picking and choosing the ones that I just want because I like them, not necessarily because
dude.
they're like amazing or anything like that.
You play the game for
look
your
cool.
own pleasure.
There you go.
Yeah, because like I use Achilles, I like using Life Spark, I like using Minerva, Nergal, Rostam, Sekhmet. Those are the ones that I really use for attack. Vixia, I also love using Vixia for attack.
They're in those
So yeah, you've got live
too.
spark, haven't you?
What level's your?
So,
did you already prestige your life spark, or where you at with him?
No, Life Spark's just level 42 at the moment,
For sure.
but I'm working on them.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
of course I've got, I mean, my garrison hasn't been attacked in forever because I've got a Prestige 1 Rostam on there.
No, he's still. Oh shit! As long as he's not getting hit, then, dude.
No one has hit
Raz,
my garrison in forever.
Raz, what league are you in? Are you champion, masters?
We are in, oh shit, what is this? We are in Elite League, so we're not, we
Elite,
don't
okay.
exactly like go up really high.
Yeah.
So
Well, and the
that-
good news is your garrison doesn't get hit that often. You know, the lower you are, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I like it. And you know what's really funny though? I've actually been getting a lot of greens on even my normal lands,
There you go, man.
which has
Good
been
playing
like
field.
hilarious. Like, well, and you look through like my attack log, it's like Tarhuns, Loki, like oh, what the Necromancer, Achilles, Mahaha, like some of these Titans that have been failing have been frickin' meta Titans.
Yeah.
Oh, but again, like I mean, when you're on like Elite League server, I mean,
I know people are just dicking around. They're just, you know.
well, it's not they're dicking around. They don't know what they're doing.
No, and then yeah, and that too.
Yeah, I mean,
And so
they're
like,
coming up in the game, you know, they don't know what they're doing.
yeah, but also at the same time, like I'm a scrub. We all know this. So for me, it's like, I take advantage where I can. I'm only level 20, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
God
just.
bless you. No, honestly though, like God bless you for not being in whatever Legend League server to try to get top 100 as a level 20 guy. Like, good for you. Like, hang out in Champion, hang out in Masters. Like, when you get to like 22 troops, like, yeah, coming up to Legends like is more reasonable. But like, there's no rush. I mean, enjoy the journey, bro.
Oh yeah, and that's the biggest thing that I told myself with this game is that there's so many tryhards in this game and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't care for that. Like, and really,
Yeah.
it's with any game, to be honest. I'm not a tryhard. Like, when I come home from work or whatever, it's like, dude, I'm not trying to stress out. I'm just trying to sit down, chill, talk with some friends, have fun, like, whatever. I'm just way too laid back for that, super competitive style.
Yeah, I can get pretty gnarly, dude. Yeah. But it is good to hear that, though, man. It is. I'm sure people that are within your league and stuff, and your player level, probably feel refreshed knowing that there's a different, there's different.
Well, the
game
other thing
styles,
too that I'm really focusing on doing is that I'm level 20.
Yeah.
I've got all level 20 troops except for my Storm Maidens. I've got to level them up. But they're level 19, so once I get them to 20, most of my buildings are maxed, and then I'm going to start going up to level 21.
There you go.
Like, I am making sure everything's fine-tuned, making sure that I've got everything that I want upgraded, like, and I'm kind of just doing this, like, flat across the board, like, no matter how useless I think a troop is, I'm going to upgrade them because you never know.
Yeah.
There might be a Titan that comes along that's like, oh, all of a sudden this troop is useful. For example, Minerva. Minerva actually made using militia a little bit more bearable.
Mm-hmm.
So I, had them upgraded, and I have been having a lot of fun using an all militia build with Minerva just for shits and giggles.
That's tight, dude. Freaking Minerva. Damn, dude, it's been a while for militia, though, huh?
It really has. Oh, speaking of like militia and the OG, you know who I randomly picked up from an all elemental Titan token recently?
Who?
Volstan.
Oof. Man, dude, I remember
Like,
his skill set at the beginning of the
I
game.
had never gotten him. It's the first time I've ever gotten him. Like, he looks cool. I mean, obviously he's shit. I'm never gonna use him for anything. But, it was still just funny because I was like, oh my god, it's the frickin' OG of militia.
Yeah, dude.
Ugh.
That dude, man.
I've fused him away that many times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I remember when I first saw him when I started the game, I was like, oh, man, this guy looks really cool. And I was looking at the skills, and even back then, the skills made no sense. Like, you have, like, this, like, whirlpool of just, like, militia damage and, like, archer armor and spearman critical. You're like, what the fuck is this, man? It was super
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. But, yeah, I think, I'm ready for that Bow of the Gods event. I've been itching for one of those since they were released. I made a big mistake in it.
Seriously,
what was that? The one with Runa. Asgardian Blade.
I got the Storm.
I picked up the Asgardian Blade. And I currently slapped that on Frigg.
Nice. You were saying?
Got that on Frigg because I'm also working on leveling Frigg up too.
Oh, yeah, dude. Just grind an event with her, man. It makes it easier. Makes it easier.
Yeah, I know. I even have Jinshu randomly. I totally forgot I even.
Hey, Raz, you want to hear a dirty secret?
What?
Churro's gonna get rid of his frig. He's gonna. That's prestige food.
No, I should. I got a prestige.
Nothing.
Only because.
I
only
mean,
because,
hey, nothing wrong with that.
Shit, I've
Can you
had like
believe
4.
Raz?
Dude.
Raz, he's tip of the spear.
No, shut up. You're so ridiculous. God, God, chance.
Tip of the spear.
Bubba Low say, in a way I regret
Chance
it.
over here trying to start shit.
I know, loves it, dude. It's Bubba Below says that in a way I regret it because of how good she is in Assault, but didn't get the 5-star, so I said screw it. Oh shit. Gaiman said wanted to jump back in, but wife wants to hang out. Hey, go hang out, dude.
Yeah,
"Man, I gotta spend
he's
time."
like he's gonna hang out. I'm sure something's gonna be hanging out.
Oh, just stupid.
Okay, just for the record, like, let's not use trigger words. Above, below, like, don't use the word assault. Churro is beating his children.
Oh,
Like,
my
Oh no,
Christ.
not again. I think that record stuff.
Oh my god, what am I gonna do with this guy?
I finished the movie Hook, you know, Peter Pan, like, hanging out, like, the Lost Boys, like, I'm all
Lost
concerned.
Boys.
Like, obviously, like, Churro's beating his baby. Like, that's not
Oh
okay.
my god, dude.
I want to take a stand. Hashtag child abuse is wrong, you know?
Oh my god.
Gosh. You know what I really freaking like about Minerva though? Those legionaries are fucking strong.
Dude, they can pack a punch, bro. They got all those damn shield spells.
Like
Yeah,
it's literally just the physical version of the freaking Spartans.
Yeah, it's Legionnaire's disease.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Those fucking legionnaires. Plus, they got the charge damage if they're fucking running after you. You're trying to move your troops. You just can't.
Yeah,
escape them, dude.
seriously.
Mhm.
But the other great thing is that with Ares, you only get 2 Spartans max. With Minerva, you get 6 freaking legionaries.
Yeah. But they normally drop on the ranged units, correct? Or they drop on certain things. But I feel like
They kind of just drop at random, I think.
Mm.
At least that's what I've seen.
Yeah, because
Yeah, they just drop in the middle.
But plus, here's the other thing too, is that the legionaries for Minerva, it's baked into her first skill. For every allied death, summon 2 of them. So 3 deaths, you have 6 extra freaking legionaries that are on steroids running around. While with Ares, it's like on an ally death, it's like a 40% chance to spawn 1, and you only get 2 of them.
Yeah.
So, like, if Ares had something like this with Minerva, Ares would be so much more worth it for that prestige skill.
Yeah, for his time it definitely was, because those freaking Spartans were so tough, dude.
I mean, they still are, but, like,
Yeah.
there's so many things that can just raffle stomp him now. And he's one of my favorite Titans. I freaking love using him.
He's sick, dude.
You got raffle stomped? What happened?
Ruffle stomping. Let's see. I need more. Just get this going. Let's see.
I have freaking 3 Stormboars. I don't even know how the heck I got them.
Did you get them from like rewards or anything? Or your what is it? All
I must have.
Sounds like you're gonna have plenty of lightning prestige.
I'm gonna have plenty of, and I've got a Storm Tar too, so I've got plenty of lightning, dude.
There you go.
I just need. Oh, I forgot I had this guy. I picked up arrows. Although, I don't know. I'm never going to use Eros. I'm probably going to use him to, like, Prestige Minerva or something, because I'm just going to wait till Hachiman comes back around, and I'm just going to get Hachiman.
Were you around when he was first out?
No, I was inactive in the game when Hachiman first came around, and then when he came around the second time,
Oh yeah.
I think something happened where I wasn't able to do the event because otherwise I would have gotten them.
Wasn't it that glitch? Remember?
Everybody got him, didn't they?
No. I mean, I didn't.
I got him twice. I got him in the event, and I got him giving me again because of the glitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That glitch,
But keep in mind that glitch didn't happen to everybody.
So you got
No, but I still got it.
Did your alliance end up getting?
Everybody got rewarded with one, didn't they?
No.
For the messing up.
No.
Only some people did.
Yeah.
Only some people got Hachiman through that glitch.
Yeah,
because as soon as Dawn of Titans figured out what the glitch was, they closed it off. And then they were like, "Oh, we'll never let this happen again." But then it was like, okay, well, a bunch of people literally just got him for fucking free. Like, you know, what about the rest of us?
Yeah.
So
it was one of those things where no matter what an alliance did, you were not getting into top 50 for Hachiman.
Yeah,
it was just done.
Because that was that event where the leaderboard was just completely skewed because it was taking in the soul count from the previous event. Only for certain alliances.
And Akers and all wanted.
It was something. What was it? It was for assault, or raid boss. I think it was like the previous raid boss. Somehow the score rolled over. And that's how
it's actually more it's actually a lot more complicated than what Raz is making it seem to be. Like, it was the last consecutive, so if a chance jumped out at ERU in the last 4 events, that would be a 0 score. So that's why the Winterfells of the world were top 2, top 3, because they don't jump in and out of alliances. And it was a raid boss or an assault score where it was cumulative over the past 4 events of a raid boss. And so because Winterfell's members never really go in and out, they were second at 16 million souls, you know. And so everybody freaked out and they were super angry. And then a month later, nobody got the ox for the new, Chinese New Year. And they freaked out again. Just a bunch of fucking freakouts.
Yeah, freak out season. Oh man,
it's always freak out season in Dawn of Titans.
Well, it depends on who you are. Honestly, not everybody freaks the fuck out over ugh, I didn't get a fucking ox this year for Chinese New Year, even though I'm a fucking American. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, Hachiman. I got my favorite one was the YouTubers who bitched about the Hachiman event, who got the glitch and bitched about it, or still did the fucking event and bitched about it.
Yeah,
everybody fucking loves the bitch.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, good old.
Guess what though?
Good old
Guess
days.
what? We're all still here. So maybe everybody stop fucking bitching.
I didn't bitch about it. I was one of the lucky ones.
You're probably super happy about it, huh?
I didn't feel guilty either after all the stuff I had, spent and that.
Well, you tried. I hope you can reach that soul count again one day, right? Oh, those soul counts are so crazy, man. I have one of our because in our account, in our team, actually, a couple players ended up getting it, and one of the players had a 300,000 soul count, and we were just we spent the entire season, the entire weekend thanking him for his efforts, and we just busting up, making the whole thing nothing but a joke. It's bro, you're such a great, great influence in our team. You
great
lead
job.
by example. So I haven't played in 4 days, and I have 300,000 souls. Oh man, good times. Bubbalo says
Bunch
yes,
of
Chance. That explains the
bullshit.
scrapes on his knuckles. No munches. Oh my god, Bubbalo, you're ridiculous.
This game be a lot of shovels getting in the top 100.
For what? This event? Or are you talking about the game?
This against event, don't you think?
Oh yeah, yeah. Top 50, top 100. It's gonna be a big deal.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't really discussed that topic of like soul counts or events. Actually, you know what? Let's go check it out real quick. Where we're at leaderboard.
Currently, we're 156.
That's not bad. You guys are at least you still with Churro over there in Fury.
Yep, in Fury.
How's everything going with you guys? Good.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I haven't really been a whole lot on, but a lot of people seem to want this Titan. Let me check the alliance here because let me see. Catch 22's got 26,000 souls. Gong has almost 26,000. Yellow's got 20,000.
Nice, dude.
Then there's a bunch. Then there's a bunch of other people that have 17, 15, 2 14s, a 13, a little over 11. And then Darth, top 10, 10,000. But then there's a lot of people towards the bottom, me, with 28 souls, who, haven't done absolute crap.
We're only like 15 hours into it, aren't we?
Yeah, we're about that many. So, dude, we're in like 49th place. What the hell's up with that? No, that'll go away soon. Now, let's see. Where are we at?
It's like, that won't last.
Yeah. Damn. Alright, so Souls RS already cracked 1 million. 1.1.
Surprised.
So I think they're gonna. Well, I mean, day one. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's already obviously finished. So after that, it's just probably grinding just to kind of make sure they hold or whatever. I don't know what it takes to be first. I've never been.
Yeah. Well, like some people like to start out strong, but like I really think that like top 50 is going to be 1.4, and then top 3, like you're gonna see people get over 2 million.
Yeah. Spartans, Assassins, one Genesis, Titan Anarchy. You haven't seen them up there in a long time.
What's your team name, Churro?
I'm over at Events RS.
Events RS. Yep. Okay, I see that.
Asgard event. I haven't seen that. France Zen X. One
League
Vision.
of Gods at 46.
Liege. Okay. New Order.
Churro face. Am I crazy? Like there was no comment made about like am I wrong? Like top 3 is over 2 million. Entry level for top 50 is 1.4. Call me crazy.
No, I think that's fair. That's fair to say, especially for this Titan, dude. I think
right?
that this Titan, obviously an attacker that always, it's always gonna sell heavy. But I think there's gonna be people are gonna go crazy for this one, dude.
And like you got to think like a lot of people like are lightning a prestige food poor because like you had Hell, then you had Loki. People were making decisions like, oh, by the way, my Zabava is in P7. You know what I mean? Like whatever your situation is. But like now we're on to a Poison Titan that if Hell is P7 and destroying P7 Minervas, well now if you missed out on Hell, here you go. As long as you get if you get this one to P7, you're just as good.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, it's fucking gnarly. It's just I don't know. But the soul, no, dude. But seriously,
this dude's skills are definitely off the chart.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like yeah. Hell, this guy, like no problem. Like get it to P7 and sit back and relax.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This game's definitely.
I mean, I will say, he looks fucking cool.
Right.
Like, he looks amazing. They did really well with the model. That's for sure.
Yeah, this game never fails when it comes to the design of the Titans, man. They always keep it pretty. They always have their
fucking sick ass artwork.
Yeah. Like, dude, like for me, one of my favorites is definitely Chernobog. The whole matte black skin look that he's got to his name to
Oh
himself.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. If
Yeah.
only he wasn't complete garbage.
Yeah. I know.
But yeah,
dude.
artwork.
Artwork wise, it's
I'd
fucking
love
awesome.
to do a tattoo sleeve with all the top Titans.
That would be nice.
I
like-
love how
Well,
Growthern.
these
I
are
love
the
how
A-side
Growthern is a
live
1.5
and all that.
boost.
Hold on. What was it, speaker? What were you saying?
I said this needs to be Ace like live spark. And because he looks like Steppenwolf, and they'd be Ace.
That would be pretty cool, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see tattoos on these guys. Like I think the Ragnar's like the one that Grolgar.
Tardoons.
Yeah.
Tardoons. He's like War of the Gods, though, he is, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kronos or Krotos, whatever his name is.
Kronos.
Kratos.
Kratos.
No, Kratos.
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 Yeah.
With his son, isn't he? He's a demigod.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, his son, quote unquote, Loki.
I like how they did that, man. They merged that. That's pretty creative. I didn't get to play the game, but what I did was I watched.
I didn't play it either. I just watched an entire playthrough.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then they have like the cinematics like collection where it's like the entire the entire clips and stuff. That was fun, man.
I got more or less halfway through. Then I got to this bit on this ship floating around, killing it. Oh bloody hell!
Well, that game gets pretty nuts.
Can't wait for the next. The next game's gonna be so good because it's like, oh, Thor shows up to avenge his, sons or whatever.
Yeah. That's gonna be crazy.
The
It's
fight
like,
on back of that.
Kratos or the God of Thunder? Place your bets.
Yeah, start placing your bets, guys. And because the thing
boss
is, at this
fight.
show, it's gonna be. In this game, I feel like we're gonna see like the real Thor, like in mythology, where he's more of like a fucking. He's like really vicious, because Thor is not he's not this humble like.
Oh no!
Great guy. He's a fucking
the Norse
monster.
the Norse gods in actual Norse mythology are fucking horrible.
Yeah. Fucking terrible.
Like they are awful. Like Odin's like the scummiest thing. At least Thor is just a freaking he's just a bloodthirsty piece of garbage. But Odin is just like another level of like screwed up in the head and then some.
Yeah. Torture and everything. Oof.
More like the dwarfs in Lord of the Rings, where Billy Connolly, the one on the back of the big bull, they're bloodthirsty.
Oh.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's Thor.
Yeah.
And then of course Loki is just like, oh my god.
Yeah, Loki. What? He's got a bunch of random. Yeah, he's got a bunch of kids. I think, if I'm not mistaken, but I think that wasn't Fenrir. No, that's Hell. That's Hela's. No, what was it? He has like animal as children or something like that big ass snake or whatever.
Yeah, the world serpent.
Yeah, the world serpent. That's his pet or child or whatever. I don't know. Norse mythology's no joke. They're crazy.
No, Norse mythology is absolutely no joke, and it's just so funny because like you look at Marvel and how a whole lot of other even comics talk about the Norse gods and stuff like that, and it's always just how Odin is depicted as like this benevolent, all-seeing father, and Thor is like the guardian of the worlds, and then of course Valkyrie is just like the guardian of the gods essentially, and then like Hell is sort of like Hades but like a knockoff version, and then you have Loki, who is the only one that they speak any kind of bad of, but the super cringy part is that then you actually look at the real Norse mythology and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I just can't believe how they put that all those stories together from back then,
Yeah,
Wow.
seriously. And the crazy thing is that when you compare a lot of the ancient gods, like, okay, the Greek gods were pretty bad. Like, the Greek gods are pretty bad. I mean, Zeus is basically like, he can't keep his dick in his pants.
Mhm.
Like Hades, of course, is just, Hades is basically a knockoff version of Loki.
Mhm.
Like, you know, and then Athena and just the rest of them, they all have their secret agendas and just everything, and it's so messed up. And then you look at the Roman gods, and the Roman gods is kind of like knockoff versions of the Greek gods, but you know, in their own unique way. And then you just have the Norse gods that look at all the other gods and are just like, oh, you think that's bad? Watch this. It's like, hold
Yeah.
my beer.
Yeah, dude. I to think how old all that mythology stuff is. I feel like it's like, you know, it was like comic book writing back then. You know what I mean? Like they're just, but it was so vicious, dude. Now you got people.
But here's the thing: is that a lot of this stuff they genuinely believed it.
Yes, exactly.
Like these people, they genuinely believed in these gods.
Mm-hmm.
They believed that they were real. They believed that they, you know, like had some kind of power or whatever. Like mythology is one hell of a drug. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Well, in the
Crazy
Marvel universe, Loki's Odin's adopted son, isn't he?
Yes. he's
Yes,
technically
yeah,
a
in the
frost.
Marvel universe, Loki, and this is kind of where the Norse mythology and the Marvel Cinematic Universe cross paths, and it's like the one freaking time they ever do, where it's like
Why haven't they ever
accurate.
released the sister who was locked away from all them years? With the
Hella,
big
yeah,
horns?
Yeah.
yeah, hell, that's hella, whatever. Yeah, that's
was it something else?
that was sort of a crossover, but also different. But yes, like with Loki being like part frost giant or whatever, like
Yeah.
that was actually accurate, because in the God of War and the Norse mythology, he is said to, while yes, he was a son of Odin, he was also kind of like a bastard child. Shocker.
Mhm.
So it was like, oh, what else was he? And, you know, of course, you know, it talks about how Kratos, you know, God of War, the Butcher of Sparta, whatever, is, you know, like his wife was, you know, a frost giant, whatever, and it just kind of, that's the only area where they really intersect, because other than that, the two different versions of Loki, while yes, they're very, like, Loki, of course, is all based on deception, but the true canonic Norse mythology version of Loki is just so, like, think of the worst possible psychopath that you can think of, and then multiply it times 10, and that's what you've got with Loki.
Chance.
I think he fell asleep.
Yeah, I think
No, as you said,
Chance dropped off.
think of somebody, times it by 10, the worst was eating a sad chance.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the instigator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him. Now he's not here to defend himself. Just give it another 20 minutes. He heard this one.
Yeah.
Good. Extension
You can
says.
listen to it back.
I know, right? Yeah. Your new team, ranked third globally. I gotta check this out. Hold on, guys. Ranked third globally. Leaderboard. League.
Not gonna lie, Loki with those trickster's blades, badass.
Yeah. I have to actually gotta max that relic. I'll do that probably at the end of the weekend. Wow, war drag. Wow, dude. Jeez Louise, man. Damn. 400.
Oh,
pretty much.
Good
440
lord.
million. My goodness.
It's a lot of VP.
We still have 3 days left, dude.
That's actually insane. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
League of Gods.
You know what
here.
I really want in this game is a freaking Omega Goliath Titan that is actually worth getting.
Omega Goliath.
Akon.
Oh yeah, right.
Akon.
No, dude, who was that? Okay, so we had what? Who? Lithatar.
I think, yeah,
Eros.
Lithatar, but then it was Kronos.
Yeah, Kronos.
Kronos, yeah.
Kronos is great.
Kronos was the best one, and I mean, I guess like Eros / Hachiman.
Yeah, but you couldn't control it though. That's the thing. You couldn't summon him on command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, with Eros you can, I think.
Yeah, with arrows, everybody except Hachi. Hachi, it only happens when I think what is it, an ally dies or something like that.
Yes, yeah,
right?
yeah. Hachimon's isn't on command, which is part of why I'm kind of torn. Like, I want to level up arrows simply because of that. But I've also got Frigg, but Frigg only buffs normal Goliaths, not Omegas.
Yeah, but with Frigg, you don't want to. I mean, honestly, when it comes to attacking with Frigg, you don't need that the Goliaths at all.
Yeah, you don't even need the Goliaths.
Because Frigg can take a beating, dude.
Oh yeah, she really can.
But then I also
just like in the lore.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. But the thing with the cool thing with arrows is that the automatic with the rage spells and stuff.
Yes, those rage spells on command are freaking amazing.
No.
So that's why I'm kind of like, you know what, maybe I will level him up, but because he would be such a fun attack type.
Yeah. Well, Hachiman, Goliaths, and Archers.
Yeah. Hachiman is Goliaths and Archers. Curious to see what they'll do to the prestige.
Almost exclusively.
Yeah. I wonder. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to expect like a Hachi 2.0, like coming back kind of thing. But I think, especially with where the game's going, the defensive type of Titan needs to provide some sort of, offensive skill to the troops in order for it to actually have any worth. Because
be useful, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, regardless, dude, it's like, they can stack armor and stuff, but if the attacker's armor piercing is already starting at 1,000 and it's going to keep increasing per couple seconds, and it doesn't matter how many shield spells you have, it's just going to eat right through you. And what's the point of trying even prestige 10, something like that? You got to change the skills for sure. So
yeah,
what I mean? That's just how I see it,
and that's a big thing.
Yeah.
No, and you're right. And to that point, that's why it's more, like a lot of these other meta titans, like especially the defensive ones, it's not like you can buff armor all day long, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the health to also back that up, it's not really going to mean anything. So you're seeing a lot more of these titans coming out where it's army health and armor 2 times on defense or whatever, it's like a lot of stuff that actually makes it a barrier. But of course, you've also got that, like, for example, with Life Spark and a bunch of other offensive titans where it's like, 2x on attack. I mean, look at just the pure armor piercing and damage output that Life Spark at Prestige 1, just Prestige 1, can dish out on attack. It's freaking just like it obliterates.
Yeah.
Now, the downside with a Life Spark build is that Life Spark does not give any kind of health or armor buffs to his troops. So if you run into a situation where, like, for example, let's say a high level prestige Minerva with those legionaries and just the insane amount of armor and health that her troops have, that's where a Titan like Life Spark could run into trouble, because all pure offensive builds that have no defensive capabilities at all run into trouble with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just the price you pay for all that damage. I mean, no
yeah,
matter
exactly.
what you do, it's like you're gonna lose troops with Life Spark unless you're able to just obliterate everything quick. And the same thing, I'm kind of noticing that thing as well with like Gaia. Gaia isn't. You're not gonna just take her into any kind of attack, especially if you don't. If you go against if you go against Beowulf, you got to make sure you plan it correctly, because Gaia provides absolutely no range resist. But that's just how that's just how really they try to find some sort of, like, I don't know if the word's balance, but some way to kind of just even the playing field. Because if I just can
only imagine,
if she did provide range, then dude, she would have been taking out even more garrisons quicker, But those
you got to take them range units out quick, haven't you?
Yeah, especially those corrupted archers, dude.
Yeah,
crazy.
They create that much damage.
Yeah,
I attacked a Beowulf once, and that was not a fun experience. That was
Really
it was
A
so
long
bad because
battle. Did you
well-
time out?
oh no, I got absolutely wrecked within like 30 seconds
Mhm.
because it was a level 55 Beowulf. It wasn't even a prestiged one, and I attacked him with my prestige one Rostam.
Oh yeah.
That's the sad thing, and I got wrecked, like wrecked.
Yeah.
Edge channels going to sleep now.
All right, Ed. Thanks for coming back, man. Y'all rest up. We'll talk next time, man. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah.
Sure, it's the bedtime that's calling. Sure.
You're ridiculous. Let's see where we at. Actually, I gotta see my soul count real quick.
I'm using Life Spark to grind this event.
Yeah, man. Get that 1.4.
I used Live Spark till I got Evergy. Then I did that because I got loads of bottles and that.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful part. Okay.
I saved the 5s and all the 4s.
Yeah. I had a couple 5s left over. I think three or
Plus,
two.
I'd fused a few Titans up to level 24, the Rangers, so that helped.
Mm-hmm. I had saved so much ranger food. My goodness, I don't even
I have like no ranger food, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of ticked about it.
Yeah, I know it's already hard to get ranger food, but you know, obviously with this meta.
Ranger and Berserker food are the two hardest classes to get food for.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why that, but
It's
it is.
so frustrating.
It
Yeah.
was poison for a bit, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Yeah, in terms of
or
elements,
void.
poison are hard to get.
Or void.
Yeah, actually void are the hardest to get.
Prestige food wise, yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
prestige-wise, void are very hard.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because for me, with a little bit of luck on certain like token pools, it was months, bro, months of just like participating on any conquest that was void theme, any Theatrist of War that was void theme,
Yeah.
you know, any like token like
Anything void.
Yeah, I just that was my priority, and still barely made it enough just to get enough prestige food for prestige 10 necromancer, and then at least have one extra for the second copy. But now it's like, you know, in order to be able to P10 another meta void titan, I'm most likely gonna have to skip a meta just so I don't have to use it for one, you know. It's just rough. And I feel like we go into this discussion all the time with prestige, but it's rough, man. I hope that they can find a way to introduce some sort of like not a refund, but like, you know, a credit system when it comes to prestige, because man, dude, 18 titans for a P10, it's ridiculous.
My Live Spark 7, that's as high as I've gone. But it's good using him, you know what I mean, for a change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
I saved all that time for getting, so he's got to do some work, the idle sword.
Right. Still can't believe it was out on an event.
I know.
That reskill they did on him was pretty good, though. Or not the reskill, but the upgrade. Synergy relic.
You know what
fantastic.
Titan I would pay legitimate money to see reskilled and actually good?
Who?
Darkon.
Oh yeah, dude, Sarkon. That would be pretty funny.
Dude, can you imagine a reskilled version of Sarkon that spawns like little versions of like sort of militia, but make them like assassins, like with hoods and cloaks.
Okay.
Is he like Sakani?
Yeah, he was. I think he was the first 4-star assassin titan in the game.
Yeah, one of the hooded ones, like Sakani, isn't he?
Yeah, physical infiltrator.
He was. Yeah, he was the original 4-star infiltrator.
Yeah, I got Sakani today or yesterday.
Oh, from
Yeah.
did you get it from the token pull?
Yeah, I've gotten Sakani
Yeah.
so many times, but I've only ever had one Sarkon. And I just love the way Sarkon looks, and like the color of his outfit and everything. Like if they brought him back and reskilled him and made him worthwhile.
Creed, don't you? You love Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Assassin's Creed.
That's why you like the infiltrators. Because
I've always loved infiltrators.
They should have the head and blade move with them.
Ooh.
Right.
That's like a
Yeah.
little finisher.
Well, because think about it.
When they get one either side and get them, that'll be good.
Well,
for you, though.
And I would love that to kind of be like I mean, that'd be a cool little mechanic to attach.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of like hidden blade where it gives like extra critical or something. Like
Just
Yeah.
a special move, like you get Bast who jumps up and spins round and does something.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them got a special move, so you could give that one.
I mean, if you can add shadows, I'm sure
Yeah,
you can add a special
but
move,
that-
you know?
But yeah, that's just kind of my hopeless
what, though?
cry of
Yeah.
for Sarkon.
But the thing with that, I feel that right now with the introduction of these Shadow Titans, I think that would fit him as well, because that's his his look. Who he reminds me of is Smoke from Mortal Kombat. I don't know if you guys ever played. Smoke has that like gassy, cloaky, eerie look to him, and Sarkon does that too. And I think that'd be pretty sick if he could go in and have these like warrior spirits type of things. I don't know. I mean,
Or kind of do like what do you call it? Like different versions of himself, like clones, like where he like clones himself and then is like, now you have to figure out which one is him, and then you have to go and chase it around, figure out like which one's him. Like,
ooh, that sounds gnarly.
that would be a really cool mechanic if they ever did that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're getting very like
Out there.
It is. We're getting very out there, but I mean, like, that would be the more realistic version of something for Sarkon would be the biggest thing with Sarkon, I think, because he was the original infiltrator. His description of being more shadow than man kind of make him into this whole like, maybe he's quicker, maybe he has this thing where he can like, maybe he would have like an invoke skill or maybe a prestige skill where he could like go invisible for a few seconds or something like that, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
To where, and like, as soon as he becomes visible again, his first strike from becoming visible does like an X amount of critical, more than a normal critical. You know what I'm saying? Like a hidden attack or a surprise attack type thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a realistic thing to kind of do with Sarkon, because it would be, first of all, it'd be very thematic, and second of all, it would actually make sense without being something that's super game breaking.
Yeah, because I mean, you do have that hidden feature when you hide in the bushes, so maybe you just find a way to use that. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
You know how these shadows drop? Like you got Thor and you got Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
If you got them in your all with like Thor with Mjolnir on, and is it Valkyrie with Flare Dog Skull, whatever? And when they dropped, if you've got them in your all with them relics on, if they dropped with them powers, it'd be good.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But if somebody hasn't got them, then they just drop as they are. but it's a
Oh, okay.
bonus for if you've got them set up, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Apply what you have outside of the battle into the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing I did notice though is, and I wasn't really realizing it, is that if you're able to get like the army, everybody's crit at 100, including the shadows. I realized that they actually trigger, the synergy relics attacks and stuff. So with whatchamacallit, with Valkyrie, if she does hit a crit, she actually will lightning bolt hits because of the Rati synergy that relic has. So I mean that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty cool addition right there.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed lightning coming down.
Yeah, that's
I like how they spawn right on the troop and all, don't they?
I think Odin's the one that they need to fix that from, though. That's the one that we don't want to have spawn in the middle of a troop or anything. But that's the one who constantly gets there. So I don't know, man. It's this game has a lot of hidden potential. A lot of people that have been playing for a long time, come up with some pretty creative things, and
well, and another thing too, like in terms of like AI and how they have improved some of this stuff. Like for example, when Vixia first came out, do you guys remember how the ice archers would drop just kind of like randomly in front of all your troops?
No, I haven't used her.
Well, at first there was a problem that people complained about substantially, where with Vixia, when her ice archers would come in, they would spawn way ahead of like where your Imperials were and stuff like that, and a lot of times they would get attacked before the rest of the battle line came in, and you'd have to manually pull the ice archers out, get them back, and then they'd start firing. Now what happens is that when the battle triggers at the start of the battle, those ice archers will drop, but they'll drop right wherever Vixia is standing.
Okay.
Which of course makes it so much better because you don't have to then micro intense them. They just go straight into, firing. And it also is an extra bit of an impact on offense because those ice archers are very strong, and when you've got Vixia also blasting away at whatever they're firing at, it's just like an added like wombo combo, if you will.
Yeah. For sure. Oh man.
And that's a big part of the reason why Vixia got so much better, is because of that issue. So it's little stuff like that they have kind of subtly fixed. That's like, here's the thing with this game. They do a lot of things right with this game, but they also do a lot of things wrong with this game. Like, it's like when you go into the Steam Workshop and you see a game and it's like mixed reviews. That's kind of what Dawn of Titans is. It's got a lot of good elements, but it's got some really bad ones.
Yeah,
man.
Bit like a lamb with lard on its feet, going up an hill, one step forward and slides back 3.
That's a good one.
I honestly feel like Dawn of Titans is more of a 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Like, they do good things and then they just do something stupid to negate it. Like,
no, because that'd mean balance, and Vintage, there's no balance. That's what Vintage is asking for.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just been the entire community's request. Just an overall balance in the game, and the velocity at what these new Titans get released, and the spike and increase of damage output, and the lack of rewarding defense. Because the truth that the unfortunate side effect with this game is that there's a lot of there's way more recognition and reward when you are successful at attacking, right? Because an example would be, in order to get drops, you have to win battles, so you're constantly getting rewarded to attack and win. But what happens when you successfully defend? You just get a green in your log. That's it. There's no and
Yeah.
and the fact that
they
No
reward you
rewards.
for attacking and they don't reward you for
yeah.
defending.
So in that sense, they took a step forward. Now we know how we can acquire resources, but then the step backward is like, well, then how do I then why do I need to defend if I'm not going to get any any comp for that? So that's it. I think that's the number one thing that needs to get addressed, because if imagine this, if you have both of the playing fields, acknowledged, then people are going to be consistently active with all the events, because they're going to want to participate for a defender and they're going to want to participate for an attacker, and that pattern's going to stay. And what happens when that pattern stays? They make more money. So I just don't know.
Yeah,
why
I
they don't do
know.
it. It's kind of crazy.
Like another good kind of parallel, which this one's actually way worse because this company has just really ran themselves into the ground. One game that I really, really, really liked for years, and I was actually really freaking good at it, and I would play competitive a lot, was World of Warships. And the company that runs World of Warships is a Russian company called Wargame. And they, at first, when the game came out, it was very thematic, it was very fun. They were introducing a lot of things that made the game fun, made it interesting, and didn't make me want to rage quit every 5 seconds. But as it's gone
What did
on,
they do? Sink?
well, yes, of course. But what ended up happening is that they have gotten so hung up on finding every single tiny way just to make a buck. Of whether it's reskinning the same ship but with a different camo or a different voiceover or with a different gun layout or whatever, just adding a gimmick to something and calling it a brand new feature or ship or whatever. Like, they just got so bad with that type of stuff. And then their game mechanics that they started to change and stuff, like, literally no one is asking for you to change these things, and you're still doing, like, you're doing the exact opposite of what of what we're wanting. And what really made me want to quit the game, and to ultimately where I quit the game after like 3 years of playing it and spending thousands of dollars in, is that I watched a interview where a bunch of community contributors actually went to this event. I think it was in St. Petersburg like a year ago, and they did kind of this, like, open floor, like, community contributors ask us questions about very hot topic things that they were gonna change in the game and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of these community contributors were just like, yeah, no, we think this is a horrible idea, and here's XYZ why we think it is, type thing. And Wargaming's reaction kind of at the end of the whole thing was, oh, that's tough, we're going to do it anyway.
Ooh.
And I'm kind of just like, what is the point of having community contributors and actually, like, even asking us for input and feedback and stuff like that when you're literally not going to listen to us?
Yeah.
Like, as a company, that is when you really start to just lose control. Because so many people have stopped playing the game. People mention World of Warships now a lot on, like, forums and stuff like that, and, like, there's hardly any positivity left.
Damn.
There's hardly any positivity left, whether it's on the Reddit, whether it's on the actual World of Warships forums. Like, I mean, obviously there's still people that still love the game and stuff like that, but so many things that they do, like, they have Wargaming has essentially become a worse version of EA at its worst.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not a platform you want to be on. Like, they have literally made it to where Wargaming is just known for doing almost anything to get a buck. And
that's crazy.
And it's so bad because it's so sad. Like, you see the development of the game just absolutely just going completely downhill. And one of the community contributors, Flamu, who was super, like, he's always kind of been this, like, oh, you know, he's a dick, he's Mr. Salt Lord, all this kind of stuff. But here's the thing, the dude's actually really good at the game. He knows what he's doing, he knows what he's talking about, and he also has a lot of very like insightful, like, hey, this is really a dumb idea and here's why. He's just kind of one of those people. And he was part of the community contributor program for a long time. And him and a bunch of other people that I used to watch. But it got to the point where he hated it so much that he would start he started calling out wargaming on their shit. But of course, you know, with any company, certain things you have an NDA and you can't speak out of line too much as a community contributor, because as a community contributor, you're supposed to help promote the game and promote the positives and all that kind of stuff. And yes, give constructive feedback, constructive criticism, quote unquote. But he just got to the point where just like, no, this is too much. You're just full of bullshit, and I'm gonna call you out. So he got kicked out of the community contributor program. And since he got kicked out, so many other CCs have started calling out wargaming for their shit. There was a recent event where wargaming's actions were literally so scummy in terms of denying refunds and the way that they advertised a certain product, and then when people bought it and it didn't end up being what they wanted and stuff like that, wargaming was like denying them refunds and stuff. Yeah. And so Flamu and a bunch of other people started actually making videos and actually like bit by bit with, you know, video proof calling out wargaming for their shit. And eventually it got to the point where it's like, you know, wargaming finally relented and we're like, okay, fine, you know, we'll, you know, oh, that's classic, infiltrators just stabbing at air. But anyway, so just, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just like, gotta be kidding me. And there's a similar problem in DOT. It's not as bad.
Okay.
But you know, it's kind of that trend where it's just like, if the community really doesn't step up and really start being like, you know, really just kind of like, dude, stop. You're being assholes. Like, you really have to call these people, like,
interesting.
Don't be an idiot, you know, don't be threatening, don't be, you know, visceral, don't be an asshole, but just call them out on their shit. Call them out on their shit, provide video proof, all that kind of stuff, which a lot of us, you know, a lot of people, you know, these other people, they do that. But, like, you really have to make a point of it, of this is not okay, and we're not going to stand for it. The problem is, but then this is the flip side of the coin, is the fact that there's so many people in DOT that drink the Kool-Aid that no matter what this game is, they spend a certain X amount of money, they don't care, you know, because they're having fun anyway. But in World of Warships, it's very much different, where the big similarity between DOT and World of Warships is that there is a certain element that is so, like, pay to win. But in Dawn of Titans, it's more elevated. The pay to win aspect of Dawn of Titans is so ridiculously high. For those people who have the money to blow and who have the, you know, I guess no life, you know, I'm not trying to be mean, but like the people that do have this extra time on their hands to just sit around, spend money and play a game, you know, it's different. In World of Warships, it's like, yes, you could pay to win to a certain extent, but at the same time, like, if you, for example, showed fucking broadside to an enemy ship, it doesn't matter how much money you've spent in the game, you're gonna get fucking deleted.
Damn.
While in Dawn of Titans, there's no check for that. In Dawn of Titans, it's like, oh, well, I just have the better Titan. I have the better relics. You know, I have more gems than you or whatever. I can take all your lands. Like, the pay-to-win aspect in Dawn of Titans is so bad. And that goes, again, into what people like Vintage, ZALON, you, me, you know, all of us harp about with balance, is that wargaming tried to balance things for a long time, and now their balance is starting to go to shit. Dawn of Titans has never had balance. Dawn of Titans has never had balance, and without balance, you don't have a proper game. Because balance is what makes a game fun. A lot of people look at balance and look at this, oh, these are restrictions, oh, this is something that's, you know, keeping me from full potential or whatever. No. Game balance literally makes things more interesting, because when you have actual balance in a game, balance for all the Titans, all the units, all the relics, everything like that, every Titan, every unit would then have what's called a niche, and would have a certain, like aspect that they're good at, parts that they suck
Yeah.
at, certain scenarios where they're better at, and that type of thing, where you wouldn't just see all Chronoses on a garrison, or all Hachimens, or like all life sparks on attack, or just having like one or two Titans that just dominate the whole thing. That's super incredibly boring, and it's horrible for a game's life cycle.
Christian Woods is here.
What's up, buddy? Welcome, Christian. Dude, I'm really liking what you're saying, Raz. It's nice to hear that message from someone else. But it seems that but I think you have a very well-rounded point of view, because you're able to compare and contrast between what we have in this game and what seems to have been going on for a while in this other game, and it looks like that game has a huge community behind it.
Oh yeah, World of Warships has a massive community behind. And another game that's very similar to that is War Thunder.
Okay.
War Thunder is also owned by a Russian company. I don't know what it is with all these Russian companies, but it's War Thunder has a bit more. War Thunder has a bit more balance to it, and War Thunder is one of those games where a lot of War Thunder is very like RNG, luck of the draw, that type of thing, with certain stuff like that. If you've ever played the game or seen gameplay, you would kind of understand it a little bit differently. But the thing that I like with War Thunder is that by and large, players can have the most expensive whatever, they can have the best premium, they can have whatever amounts of whatever, but pay to win in that game only gets you so far, because you can have the best tank in the fucking game. It doesn't matter if someone sneaks up on you, or if you get shot first, or if somebody whatever, then you die. And it doesn't matter what you're in, it doesn't matter what you're playing or anything like that. That is not something that World of Warships has. That's not something that Dawn of Titans has. That's not something that a lot of these other games have, is that balance, that factor of, yeah, you can spend a ton of money in this game, but you can also have a lot of fun and not do that and still have the same results.
Shit, dude. That's wild.
So that's probably the biggest issue I have with video games like this, because video games like this are very fun, but when you have such a horrendous pay-to-win element in a game, it saps the fun out of it.
Yeah. Damn, that's wild, bro. It is interesting to hear that message, with from someone else's in a different way. Very, wow, you definitely did your homework. Or at least you know what you're talking about, which is good, But yeah, man.
I just like video games, dude. Like,
yeah, dude, that's the point. You gotta enjoy it. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. Like, I am not a huge multiplayer type person. I never have been. My favorite game series is a game series by Creative Assembly called the Total War series. And the Total War series is very much, it's grand strategy / real-time strategy / turn-based strategy, all this type of stuff. Like, and I would look them up, dude, because honestly, I think you specifically would really like it. And they've got so many different games that cover so many different eras, and the beautiful thing about it is that these games, while they are not perfect, and I have a lot of issues with different versions of the game, there's balance. There's some sort of balance. Yes, certain units or lords or whatever, or characters or certain factions might be a little bit stronger than others or something like that, but there's always some kind of little thing or some kind of nuance that's like, there's a different play style, or there's a different this or different scenario or whatever. Like, there's so many different ways that you can play and have fun and succeed. You can play multiplayer, you can play single player campaigns, you can role play the hell out of your campaigns, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
And for somebody that loves to have complete control over my gameplay experience, because that's the other thing. You buy the games, you buy the DLCs, all that type of stuff. You don't have to pay to win. You don't have to, debate in events. You don't have to do all this kind of crap just to be relevant. Because everybody's on the same playing field. And the only thing that truly matters is your skill. For example, in multiplayer battles or multiplayer tournaments for Total War, a lot of it comes down to what faction did you choose? What faction did your opponent choose? What units did you bring? Because unit composition matters. What lore did you bring? Like all this type of stuff. There's so many different decisions and choices that you can make that matter, and you don't have to pay for a single fucking cent. So games like Total War, while Creative Assembly, I have issues with them, is my favorite game series because they don't pay to win the hell out of you.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing why I love games like Destiny, because Destiny does have a pay to win element to it, but you can play the game and have fun, and you don't need to have the pay to win elements. Warframe, a whole bunch of other games where you have these pay to win things, but guess what? You don't need them. And we really need to stop normalizing this whole thing of pay to win, spend this money and get this gadget or get this thing. And I'm just like, but you don't need that. You can have just the same amount of fun and still play the game and not get
free
crunched.
There's free-to-play players on here, though, isn't there, who can wipe the floor with most people.
Yeah.
They're skillful players. They know how to use everything wisely, very strategic.
Yeah.
And they don't spend a penny.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, and that's why I think free to
Polo hasn't spent a penny, has he?
No, and Napoleon knows how to play.
Yeah, well, and that was gonna feed into my next point: is free to play players step the fuck up. Like honestly, like show out, speak up your voice.
Yeah.
Show what free to play players bring to the table. Because there's just too much of this pay to win toxicity. It's just
Wi-Fi just gave out a little bit. Let's see.
It's just buffering a bit, but.
And then.
Be right back.
There we go. Beautiful. And then we go that way, and then we go here, and there we go. Awesome. But yes, we were just thank you all for it. Apologize everybody for that little hiccup on the connection, but Raz was definitely. I do appreciate you bringing up all those good points, man. And you bringing up something very important that is definitely needs. It's good to hear from someone else, But I think the fact that you're encouraging free to play to start making, start speaking out. I think that's important. Obviously, yeah, we got just free to play Zeus, but he's only one guy that's free to play. There's whole alliances like that, but it's unfortunate that I just feel that they don't. I do agree with you 100%, bro. I don't think that there's enough people speaking out. I think there's too much complaining in the messaging apps, like Line and Discord. A lot of complaining, a lot of bitching, but I think it's time that it's been time.
Gaming on the dark side.
Oh, there we go.
Free to play and all that.
Absolutely.
And I do want to reiterate something. There is absolutely nothing wrong with spending money on a game that you love.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. So I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to call out anybody that, takes advantage of a pay-to-win system. It's not their fault that they're exploiting something that is, for them, exploitable. It is the game's fault for presenting it that way to be exploited by only a certain amount of people who can exploit it.
Yeah.
Again, having things on a level playing field. And it doesn't have to be perfect 50-50 balance, okay? But as long as it's balanced to a good extent to where things are at least fair. That's all I care.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest issue that I have with World of Warships, which is why I quit after 3 years of playing that game. It's one of the reasons why I actually like War Thunder, Because yes, War Thunder does drive me crazy with some of its, weird mechanics and crap like that, but you get balanced and punished for making stupid mistakes. That's the thing. When somebody makes a dumb mistake, it's fun to see them be punished, no matter, who they are, what they are. It's fun to see that in a video game. And when it's just a linear experience like Dawn of Titans, where it's just like, I mean, I'm level 20 and I have all the fancy bells and whistles because I have money, versus somebody like me who does not have all the bells and whistles, does not have all the fancy toys, and I will get raffle stomped by the other guy, even though I'm the same level and I've been playing the same amount and whatever. That's like, already it just puts you in a very, at a severe disadvantage as a player.
Yeah.
And you feel powerless because you can't do anything about it. And you have these absolute, I'm sorry, there's no other better term for it, but these weebs who are just like, get good or whatever. I'm just like, what do you mean get good? I don't have the same amount of resources as you do. And half the time it's not even because they're good, they just have better resources.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think there has been a point where there was a lot of misleading I don't know, I guess tips and tricks out there where it was just rushing, the newest player to get to 25 because that was the only way to have fun. But it's like you're not getting the grind aspect of this game, which is very important. Learning how to play the maps. Obviously, for most of us, we already get that, but for newer players, they don't understand that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And understanding how each troop works, how the Titans work, the combination of relics. People think that just by getting the new 4-star, you're good to go. It's like, no, it's not how it works, dude. You have to have a very very solid collection of 4-star relics in order to make certain Titans or the Titans worth anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, but I totally get what you're saying. I agree. I think it's good to hear, someone else's perspective who is way more of a gamer than I am. My gaming experience is like very little. I'm not much of a gamer. I've only really played a handful of games. And I think it's only been up to, now where with Dawn of Titans that I've played a game this long, and have gotten to learn how to play a game pretty well, and still obviously continue developing and getting as good.
How many hours would you say you've played in Dawn of Titans?
Like
Curious if you know.
Like on a daily?
No, like cumulative. Like how many hours over the amount of time that you have been playing?
Oh, I wouldn't even have an idea, bro. I mean, every week is
Couldn't
so
you
different.
get that on a data request?
Probably. I'm sure I could. But it's
So,
a lot of hours.
Just to
like,
give
a
you,
lot of
so
hours.
just to give you a glimpse, one of the guys that I watch on YouTube, who is one of the main people I watch for like Total War and gaming tips and all this kind of stuff, is this guy named Legend of Total War.
Okay.
In Warhammer 2, which is one of the more recent Total War games that they have out, and it's my personal favorite, I believe he's got, if I remember correctly, over 10,000 hours in that one game. Now, for me, who I've been playing the game for about 5 years, 4 to 5 years, and me in one game, because I just love playing it, and because it's just replayability is a big thing. How much can you play a game? How much time can you invest? I have logged almost 2,200 hours in this one game. And I don't regret it once. But you know how much money I've spent on this game?
Jesus, I don't know. How much?
Probably less than $200. Literally just from buying the base game, the DLCs, all that kind of stuff. And that's it. Over a 5-year period. And that's only because I bought the things that, I needed in order to play the game. And you don't even have to buy DLC to have a fun experience in the game either.
Yeah.
So for me, buying all the DLCs plus the base game, actually, it's less than $150
Jeez.
for a game that has lasted 5 years.
Interesting.
You
Is
see
that
what?
like Warhammer 40k?
It's the more fantasy version. It's the more fantasy version of Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k is a more futuristic scenario. It's sort of same universe, but also very different. But
Not like the Tau Empire then.
I don't know. You'd have to look it up to really understand what it is. But my point.
I'll make models
Gotcha.
Oh wow.
But
like
my-
the RX-139, the big one, the big Tau Supremacy Army.
nice.
Yeah, it's about 12 inches high. It's ace.
But like
Jeez.
my point that
Cool.
I'm really trying to drive home there is that games that make you bring out your wallet to feel relevant in that game are not games that you should play. Because if you have to essentially sell your soul to play a game, to be relevant, or to have fun, like, there's literally no point. There's no point in doing. There's absolutely no point in doing that. I mean, playing a game that has replayability, that actually makes you want to wake up and play that game, not because you have to, or not because you feel like, oh, I've got to get behind, or I'm going to run out of being, trendy or whatever. Like, who cares? The whole point of video games is to have fun and be immersed and actually enjoy what you're doing. If a game is stressing you out, like, come on, that's not what video games are for. Like, obviously we all, take off the jacket, lean forward in our chair when, we're getting intense in the game we love, but that's different. Like, if a game actually places real life stress on you, like, oh, I gotta buy this, or, do this, or whatever, like, is different from, oh, this is a really tough situation, let me put on my gamer hat and figure out how to beat it type thing.
Yeah.
It's just so much different. I don't know. I just look at some of these games and I'm just like, it just makes me sad, because what video games really are meant to be is an escape from reality.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be something that you play to just relax, have some fun, enjoy something. Maybe test your mind a little bit with different scenarios and stuff like that, and see, different ways that you can play a game or whatever. Like, it's not supposed to be stress inducing. It's not supposed to be rage inducing. Like, I feel like we just get way too caught up in that world, and that's why I was telling Chance earlier, I don't care about a meta. I don't care about being relevant. I just care about having fun.
For sure, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, that part of the game exists. It's gone a little extra hidden though, but there's a lot of competition in this game for sure. Definitely. But it is good to hear though. That's why I appreciate people coming in every so often into the Discord and just getting their 2 cents about where they're at with the game too. And it just, for me, it just kind of proves a point that there is, I don't see this game going anywhere anytime soon. However, my biggest takeaway from what you're sharing, dude, which is I think, I feel confident enough to say that I think is going to start getting a lot of traction, is just the importance of speaking up. It's great, dude, that we have voices in the community and we know who they are. However, that kind of like initiative and responsibility that people take upon themselves, that can burn you out, especially if you're the only support you're getting is maybe a couple comments and a couple likes here and there. It's there's ways for everybody to speak up, and I think it just needs to continue. And like and the thing is that a lot of people that are probably first timers in this chat, in this game maybe, or even long timers, like when it comes to the gaming communities, it just becomes not part of your life, but it's also a hobby you put interest in. And when you establish good friendships and stuff like that, you want that to hold and stay. And shit that gets in the way of that is just, it needs to be called out. And the developers have a good game in their hand. It's just the communication needs to get it needs to really pick up.
It needs managing better.
Yeah, it does. There needs to be a lot of more communication. At this point, any kind of communication is better than nothing. Even if we feel that we're not being fully heard, at least, obviously, yeah, I will say there is communication. For example, they are watching the streams and stuff like that. However, like, it is time for there to be better change, because we do need to see this balance applied in this game. This game, even if we're not spending, people that are big spenders, and we're not trying to call the spenders out. We're just trying to kind of like, shine the light that you don't need to spend so much in this game in order to be relevant. If it was balanced, you could still, and this game could still make a ton of money, which is what we want it to do, so it stays up, up for a long time, and we have our fun available. If they just listen to us more, man, you know what I mean. And the only way these games stay up is by the crowd that pays for it, the crowd that keeps it alive by providing, I guess you could say, the challengers and the challengees or whatever with the free to play players. That's also an important aspect in games like this. When you just make it, dude, like, if I'm gonna blend this into what Vintage is really pushing, especially right now with this whole like casino pools with the fucking DGs, which I'm over it. I'm fucking fed up with that nonsense. It's like, for example, free to play players, dude, you guys save DGs for months, and sometimes it's even hard for free to play players to stay up in Legend League, where they're getting even better season rewards, just because sometimes those servers are fucking competitive and require a lot of activity. But what I'm trying to get at is that when you wait so much time as a free-to-play player to pull a DG, and you get what is not even going to enhance your relic collection, or even any Titan that you currently have, it's a video. Exactly, dude. It's a straight kick in the dick, dude. It does you no good. Now you have to wait who knows how much longer to potentially get a Titan that hopefully you have enough savings for to have and be what you can consider relevant. Like, that kind of shit doesn't make sense. So yeah, man, I appreciate you bringing up that stuff, Raz, because it's to the point. It's updated with what we're trying to get across the board. It's time for change, dude. Upgrades especially. But that can only happen when people continue to speak up and do what they got to do. But going to chat real quick. We're going to chat real quick. Meow. That's right. Extension says 3,800 hours for 6 months. Jeez, dude, that's wild. He's been playing for 6 years. Lawrence Wick says, I wish it was another game similar to DOT. I haven't found any games like this one. That was a very interesting opinion that your guest brought on. I missed his name. Razgriz is the guest. Part of one of the branches in the Stieg. With the Stieg Fury. You've been there for a while now, huh, Raz?
I've been there my entire gameplay cycle with Dawn of Titans.
Nice, dude.
But yeah, I've always just had the mind, like, dude, like, okay. As a kid, some of the best games you ever played, for example, like for me, Kingdom Hearts, the original game, like a lot of these other, random games that came out way back then, Final Fantasy. I mean, just so many of these games that were so good. What was it that made them so good? The fact that they had development teams that actually cared about the game and cared about their community and did everything they could to make the game good, not just to make a buck. When gaming companies like EA started introducing the wonderful loot box idea, just a whole bunch of other people take off of that. The other thing that you've also got to be aware of is that a lot of companies that pop up and they try to introduce some kind of different game or stuff like that, a lot of the times they're just trying to make some money. But a lot of times they end up being a game, for example, like Dawn of Titans. Now, to answer Lauren Wicks in chat, you know, talking about how, like, oh, he wishes there was a game similar to Dawn of Titans. Well, there is. I highly recommend that you check out the Total War series of games, because in terms of being able to control units and control, you know, different lords, heroes, depending on what kind of gameplay that you want to have, there's a lot of different variations that you can look into. Like, it's why I took an interest in Dawn of Titans, because it was very much this, like, kind of like quote unquote empire building your little castle type thing, and collecting different titans and recruiting different units and going and attacking people, stuff like that. It's a similar template, if you will, to what the Total War series is. Yep. So if you're looking for a game that's like that, that is something that I do highly recommend you do, because again, like I said, it is my favorite game series of all time, because it actually is fun. You can get immersed, you can get lost in it for hours without ever spending a dime. And you can have the best, you know, experiences gameplay wise. And it's the same way with so many other games too. I mean, my favorite video game of all time is The Witcher 3. And I've played the heck out of that game. And a lot of these games that are story driven, that have these cool mechanics and stuff like that, like, again, games that don't penalize you for not spending money are your friend. Games that penalize you for not spending money are not your friend. Like, I mean,
too funny, dude.
It's really just, again, one of those things. And again, I'm speaking as a person who spent thousands of dollars in World of Warships. I spent hundreds of dollars in Clash of Clans when that was popular. Like, I have wasted so much money on these games that had a very short shelf life and were ultimately ruined by greedy developers. And whose game trajectories have continuously continued to down spiral. And as somebody who has very much been a part of that pay to win culture, it's just not worth it. And that's why I'm so much more of an advocate for free to play as much as you can. Take every single opportunity to free to play, because while I'm not a strictly free to play player, I will spend money in a game if I really enjoy it, but I'm much more cautious with how I spend that money. Pay attention to what the developers do with their games. Look at the way the game is trending. Because a lot of times when you're playing a video game, it's all just like, what's happening now? What's the newest event or the newest update? Look where it's going. If you don't like the direction a video game is going, you have a couple options. You really ultimately have three options. One, you can just sit there and be like, okay, whatever, the game's not going to change. I'm just going to keep on going the way that it is, and la-di-da-di-da, kumbaya, let's all hold hands, everything's perfect, or whatever. The second option is then like, okay, well, I don't like the way this is going to happen, so I'm just going to quit. And then you have the third option that's like, no, I don't like this, I still love the game, I'm going to speak out and try to be part of a community. One thing that I absolutely love about the Total War community is the modding community. There is something to be said for games that have good modding communities and modding support. Because a lot of these Total War games if it wasn't for the modding community that we had, wouldn't be as fantastic as they are. Having a genuine community that can get their hands on a game and make their own modifications to a game is what makes certain games that when they are created, they can be modded and adjusted to whatever a player wants. So different. And adds a whole nother level of immersiveness than a game like Dawn of Titans, where the players have absolutely no control over what happens in the game, and the people that do speak out about it, absolutely, it's like banging your head against the wall. Same thing with World of Warships, even with War Thunder. Like, these games, there's absolutely no user control. It's all whatever the company does. Because the big thing that you've got to remember too is that these are games that are on live platforms. These are games that are much more in the moment. There's different kinds of events, because it's one thing when a gaming company just creates a game and then they just release it. You know what I'm saying? It's released, it's a finished game, whatever, because again, as a player, you can go into the game, you can make different modifications, stuff like that. But with games like World of Warships, games like War Thunder, games like Dawn of Titans, all these kind of, you know, Clash of Clans, whatever, you cannot do that. There's only a certain level of immersiveness and replayability and such that you can have in these games. So having a certain amount of user control, to me, there's 3 pillars of what really makes up a true video game, and a true and fun video game. The first one, obviously, is developer integrity and creativity. The developers have to be willing to work with its community to make the game succeed. If they are not, the game will ultimately fail. It has a way that it's going to down spiral.
Okay.
Number 2, player and community authenticity. We have seen so many games where toxicity, whatever it may be, has just ruined a game. I mean, let's be honest.
Especially, I feel
There's
like that's
so many things like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a huge thing, especially with shooter games, bro. Like, that shit's toxic, man.
Oh yeah, games like Call of Duty, especially.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dawn of Titans. World of Warships is literally self-destructing because of the toxicity in its community. And, you know, even War Thunder has its side where it's very toxic. Fortunately, in War Thunder, there's also a lot of people who are positive and who are good that kind of help to drown out the negative voices, which is rare. You don't see that very often.
That's
a lot
true,
of times the toxicity shines through. So, player and community authenticity is super important. And then the third one, user adaptability and control. How much control as a player do I feel like I have in my game? Again, like I said, if I'm being pushed or pressured to play the game a certain way, or to spend a certain amount of money, or to do XYZ in order to have fun or be relevant or whatever, that completely is not what a video game should be. And it should be resisted and opposed every single step of the way. Yeah. Because it's not what a real video game is. So to me, those are the 3 templates or pillars, if you will, of what a real video game is. Because the most user-friendly experiences you will ever have are in games that allow a balance of all 3 of those things. So I'm sure there's some people out there who would disagree with that, and that's, you know, that's totally fine. Like, I'm not here to tell you what games to play or what, you know, whatever. I mean, you do what you want. It's just, that's what I've seen in my experience with video games, and through watching different YouTubers and through watching different Twitch streams and all this kind of stuff, where it's like, this is where I see a lot of negativity and this is where I see a lot of positivity. Like, games that are fun, games that are genuine will bring out the best in a community. Games that are negative and have a negative connotation will bring out the more negative side.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, just to complement what you're saying, which is, again, stuff that I am completely enjoying, and I appreciate everybody listening in, you know, sticking around too. it's just like, for example, you know what you're saying, like a game will bring out the good. Look at our community for this game, like the amount of resources that are available, you know. You know what Yuki's done with the with the DOT database. One website that I don't ever get to use as much, but is still out there and a lot of people enjoy using, is the DOT calculator. One website that's been put together. That one's great. And then obviously, whenever ZALON and the other guys have their roundtables and event breakdowns and stuff like that. So it's like, this game's got a great community. I just think that with those examples that you gave, it just goes back to saying, it's important that the communication gets reestablished, because if the developers, I feel right now, I don't know, maybe using a little too much of the whole COVID excuse as a reason to like not be available. But unfortunately, they missed out on a lot of opportunity. But there's still a big window available, because if hopefully sooner than later, communication gets reestablished in a more consistent and solid manner, then we'll see this game flourish just like it did during the War Gods meta, So yeah, man, it's great points, dude. That's good stuff. Good stuff. I think that a lot of us will definitely be on the same, on the same page with you, because it is things that we've been asking for. And it's good to hear what you're saying too, because as an experienced gamer, what's worth your time. And I think that's one of the most essential things for a video game, is the time, because that's what you want to use in this game the most. You want to spend time playing, you want to spend time creating and figuring out and tinkering and trying different things and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's good stuff. Let me segue into this battle real quick. I'm gonna start. I'm actually gonna. I think I gotta free up some inventory, but then I am also gonna check out where see if top 50's changed at all. But either way, Raz, dude, good points, bro. Really appreciate what you've been bringing in to the conversation tonight, man. Definitely good stuff. But how long? So
no problem.
Yeah, dude. And how long have you been playing the game again for?
Dawn of Titans?
Yeah.
I want to say it's like 2.5 years.
Damn, dude. Yeah. For sure. And that whole Total War game that you were talking about, is that like a PC game or a console game?
Yes. Okay. Yes, it's a PC game. It is a PC game. It's not available on console, unfortunately. That'd be very interesting if it was. But yeah, no, it is a PC game. It's very. Oh no, I have been playing the Total War series of games since I was 9 years old.
Damn, dude, are you serious?
Yes, I have been a Total War fan. Like, I was quite literally one of the OGs when it came to being a Total War fan.
Wow.
Like, I played the very first Total War game that ever came out. Like, I've played every single Total War game. I've been very vocal in the community as a Total War fan and as a Total War fan critic. The only thing I really haven't done with Total War is, actually made content on it YouTube-wise, which I plan to do at some point.
Might as well,
I just
dude.
don't know
Get on
when.
that. Damn. That's wild. Let's see. Actually, let me check. See where I'm at. Soul count. About to hit 5,500. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to do a couple more. I don't know. I'm going to do a couple more battles. I'm going to start wrapping up, because I got a bad batch episode to catch. I
haven't seen that yet. I need to watch it.
Dude. Actually, if you've missed this much, just wait till the season. Just binge the whole thing. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Haven't seen any spoilers. so that's good.
Yeah, stay away from the social media, dude. Let's see. Mr. Pisces Shark, it's good to see you in the chat, man. Hope you're well.
What's up, Pisces?
Hey, Pisces.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll do about 5 more battles, guys. I'm gonna start calling it a night. Let me see. Oh, damn, Odin popped out. Oh, shit. But yeah. Whoa, that's a lot of EP lands. Person's not gonna like it. Okay. Man,
That dude's gonna wake up and he's gonna be like, "What the hell happened to my lance?"
yeah, well, better speed it up. He feels dead. Oh man, that's not good. Tired, he getting sick. The new Titan's pretty gnarly, Pisces. He's just the one to have now. The good thing is that if you have a P10 Minerva, you don't have much to worry about because it's not going to be an easy win. But it must be nice to have a P10 Minerva. Yeah, man. Right now, my goal is to. Oh, dude, I didn't tell you, Austin. I was about to bring this up. So, my not so smart self, without recognizing, ended up forging away the Svalin relic. I don't know if you're aware with the synergy it recently got. But it was part of one of the first Norse collection. Anyway, long story short, I hit up customer service, and they didn't know what I was pretty much talking about until I sent them a screenshot, and they were kind enough to get me a replacement, because it turns out that I did end up forging it into a recent relic I was leveling. It was nice to get, yeah, it's nice to get that back, because the relic synergy on that thing for the Norse gods is pretty fantastic, dude. It's gnarly. And
I really do like the relic synergy that they've brought into the game, because it is sort of helping with the whole every Titan has like something unique to them type thing. And I think that's a step in the right direction if they would just, apply that to the rest of the way that they make Titans will be good.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. It's good. It's crazy because especially with the new hell, that's fallen. Once you hit crit, it gives a 20% buff to the lightning spells, damage buff. So as you could progress into the battle, your lightning spells start dealing some gnarly damage. And I think it's at P4 where every time you summon Omega Maiden is when you strike like 2 enemies or something like that with a lightning bolt. And that's pretty crazy, dude. It just, oh my god, bro. The horde just get taken out like nothing with all those lightning bolts just hitting them pretty gnarly,
Hold on a daggone second. I'm just now seeing this, but did you see that relic that Extinction posted in your general chat?
No, let me see.
The winged scarab relic?
What are you talking about, son?
Level 10 out of 10.
Whoa,
winged
what
scarab.
The fuck?
50% Titan all elemental damage, 40% Titan and troop armor, 40% Titan and troop health. Level 5 relic synergy, Egypt, Osiris, Anubis, Ra, Bast, Wadjet, Aset, Sobek, plus 50% Titan and troop damage. Level 10 relic synergy, Egypt, on horde death, 20% chance to call a corrupted horde, max 3. That's a fucking ridiculous relic. I want it.
I gotta do this real quick. Display capture, window display capture. Let me see if this is it. Screen. Oh, no, hold on. Cancel right here. We're going to do something real quick, guys. Hold on. I got to see this. And then we're going to go here. And then we're going to do a little size adjustment.
There it is. I see it on your screen.
Beautiful. All right. Well, Extinction, thank you for posting that there.
Seriously, look how ridiculous that relic is.
Yeah, 50% Titan all elemental damage. Okay, so that can be applied to anybody regardless, so that's good. Titan troop armor, 40%, and then 40% Titan troop health. Okay, that's good, I like that. Okay, so at level 5, 50% base Titan and troop damage. Okay. And then at level 10, once the level relic is maxed, this is on Horde Death. 20% chance to call a corrupted horde, max 3. Okay, that's gnarly.
That is a very good relic, and here's the thing to
did you see what happened to the Egyptian amulet relic?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to. I think I can.
Are we talking about the scarab and the amulet?
Yeah, we were just looking at the scarab.
Hold on, let's see if I can.
So they're gonna have to reskill them, I assume, then, because
they have to. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. No, an Egyptian god reskill, I think, is definitely coming in the works, because that relic. My gosh.
Dude, to get corrupted horde for those Titans.
Yes.
Yeah, let's
on a reskilled. I really want to see Bast with a good reskill.
Oh yeah, dude. No. I mean, I was thinking of Osiris right now. Hold on, we're gonna. Hold on.
Osiris, yes.
What was your crazy thoughts?
Osiris.
We're gonna get this done right. Let me see. Okay. Here we go.
So that one does corrupted. The other one did Omega, so we might not necessarily get all corrupted for all the Egyptians.
No, you're right. Oh darn! I don't think you could.
Or maybe we'll get one that's like a mix where they have like
I was gonna say you're gonna have to move your
regular horde and then corrupted and then the Omega like Runa. Be something like that. God, that'd just be an infinite amount of horde. God.
Where is the swing scarab?
I think it's on its way. Okay, now.
Yeah, it's not a released relic yet.
Yeah. So this, I know most of you are watching the screen right now. It's kind of crazy, but I'm going to be reading things out. So this is really cool because most likely this winged scarab is going to probably be another collection. Because I think the collections are it's probably another collection for the Pantheon. So maybe we'll see a new wave of Egyptian gods getting released. Oh no, I'm being stupid.
Yeah,
No. This is gonna be a different collection. This is weird though, because it's giving Osiris all those. Whatever. I'm gonna stop myself before I say anything ridiculous. Let me get to the point. So the cool thing about the Egyptian amulet, and for those tuning in, this just popped in earlier today, Friday the 20th of May, and the synergy for the Egyptian amulet. Let's also make sure everybody that's listening be up to speed that there hasn't been any reskill for Osiris, Anubis, Ra, Bast, Wadjet, Aset, or Sobek yet. This is leading us to believe that they are gonna get a reskill. Hopefully an entire reskill, because they're outdated skills, and it's not just like a retroactive prestige update. And mind you, let me also throw this in there, to be able to pre-10 all of these guys is going to be fucking impossible, because not only is there a very small amount of prestige food available for any Titan, but specifically Void, and out of all of the elements, Void doesn't really have shitty Titans, right? I mean, out of this, I mean, it's Ra and Sobek that are really, really shitty. The rest of them during their time are very useful, right? So it makes it very difficult to get copies of them and just get rid of them. Anyway, so just with all that, all that commentary up there, I'm very curious to see what the upcoming events will be like. If we're gonna maybe see a little bit more horde themes out there, just so that we can start collecting and acquiring more prestige food, or we're pretty much just shit out of luck. All right, now back to the point. The Egyptian amulet. These are the relics, the relic synergies, right? So again, for Osiris, Anubis, Ra, Bast, Wadjet, Aset, and Sobek, when the relic is at level 5, 50% base Titan troop health. When it's maxed on Horde death, 20% chance to summon an Omega Horde max 3. Super sick. We get more troops, better troops replacing what you lost, right?
You have a 1 in 5 chance of getting a corrupted horde, and it does that 3 times.
Mm-hmm. And now with this one that we were also seeing, thanks to extinction for that post, what we're seeing is that this winged scarab is going to be giving at level 5 50% base Titan and troop damage, and then maxed on horde death, 20% chance to call a corrupted horde. Now the cool thing about these two relics, dude, is that you can actually put them on the same Titan. So I'm thinking, holy shit, dude, there is an opportunity for one Titan to get Omegas and corrupted. I'm like, dude, so
but not only that, but look at something you haven't pointed out yet is the fact that the level 5 synergy for both of the relics is the polar opposite. For the Egyptian amulet, it's base Titan and troop health, and for the winged scarab, it's base Titan troop damage.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 relics there that work in concert together, and then the level 10 relic synergy then just gives you 2 different types of troops, 3 of each of them, and to me, on a reskilled Titan out of that group, would be so ridiculously powerful.
Yeah. So shout out to Darth Shigon for calling it earlier in the first round of this stream. Horde Apocalypse 2.0. Obviously, it's probably not really good. Well, it's regardless. He said something, so I wouldn't be surprised. But for a reskilled Osiris to be able to have the opportunity to get more Omega Horde after losing Horde, and then on top of that now getting some corrupted Horde, I can only imagine, dude, what that's gonna look like once he's out. That's just gonna be insane with these 2 relics.
A reskilled Osiris with both of these relics, plus his already giving you 5 or whatever Omega Horde. I mean, in addition to the fact that he also has raised dead abilities, I mean,
yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness, the sheer annoyance of going up against him in defense.
Dude, but get this, and he's a berserker, and I have the database on me, right? So check this out. Him being a berserker, he can actually equip the Hornet, and the Hornet is the berserker 5-star relic for the bug collection, and every 20% health lost, the Titan health lost, call a reinforcement of the same element. So that's what that's 5 more horde for this, for all for every one of them. Osiris, Anubis, for Bast, Wadjet, Aset, and Sobek, except Ra. I don't know why Ra isn't. I don't know why he's fired, but hey, Sun God, I guess that makes sense. But pretty much, excuse me, no, just Osiris himself, because that's this, 5 stars class specific. Dude, that's a lot of troops, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if
it's a lot of troops.
Yeah, that's a lot of troops, and so, man, dude, we're getting a fair warning of what's about to come. Again, we just gotta wait and see what that Osiris reskill will look like. Maybe it's nothing too overpowering, but look at what happened with Hell. So,
I don't know. I've completed so many events recently. I'm like, I want to break for a week or 2, and then I want to come back to this stuff, because if I have to have another 5 weeks of just constantly grinding out these events, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna burn out real fast.
I know, man. It's pretty fucking. This is wild, dude. However, I think, but it sounds fun. You know what I mean? I think this is pretty cool on a defensive aspect too, because that's where the game is leading. In order for any chance for a good defender, you need to pretty much replace what you lose. And now I'm just very curious to see what Anubis is gonna look like. I'm very, very curious about Wadjet, very curious about Aset, very curious about Sobek. I was never a big Bast fan, but again, that she might definitely get something that'll make her,
Dude, honestly, a proper Bast reskill in this exact thing here, because the biggest thing that Bast struggles with as she is right now is troop health. Because her horde are souped up offensively. She suffers from the same problem that Reaver does.
Yes.
Insane offense, absolutely no staying power. So if Bast is redone to where she gives maybe some armor and health buffs, that combination of relics right there could make Bast extremely powerful as an attacker, with some staying power, still useless as a defender, but still, it would take Bast and it would elevate her to a level to where all of a sudden, oh wow, she actually might be semi-meta.
Yeah, these reskills are cool. They just bring them back, I hope that it doesn't do that thing where it's like, these reskilled Titans are gonna be like too much. Where now it's like the only Titan you need. I'm not a fan of that. But whatever. I mean, either way though, I like to discuss this stuff because it's fun to just kind of, guesstimate what things are gonna be looking like. But wow, it's wild. A synergy skill that provides corrupted troops that's awesome. I'm just curious to see when it's gonna be the next wave. I mean, I'm thinking too far ahead. I'm gonna just enjoy what I'm seeing. But Entheogen, as always, I hope you get to hear this. Shout out, dude. But shout out to you for the leaks and stuff. If this is posted now, I mean, I think it's fair to say, bro, that this is coming up pretty soon. I don't think this is months out. I think this is pretty close to coming up pretty soon. With Entheogen,
They have.
With his
We're not expecting to get any kind of big game updates at all, right?
No, dude, no. I mean, I think with the most recent update, there was just so many issues. I don't even think that I don't think there's gonna be an update maybe till close to the end of the year. I mean, we just lost a bunch of devices and a bunch of players, so I'm sure things aren't gonna get. Excuse me. Things aren't gonna be, I could be wrong again, but that's just my assumption. But yeah, man. Hey, but thanks for pointing that out, man. It gave us something else to look forward to. I'm definitely gonna, I'm hoping to see if let's see if we get some sort of little what is it called? Not questionnaire. The blog update for a Friday. Yeah, that thing. Maybe this will show up there, or maybe next week Wednesday. By next week Wednesday, we'll get another 2, 3, 4 week update, and maybe this thing will start to show its face. Yeah, dude. Wow, interesting. Very cool. Very, very cool.
I personally would like it if they did the Greek collection.
I know, dude. That's what I want. I love the Greek gods.
I could get a reskilled Dionysus or a Zeus.
Dude.
Oof.
Dude, Dionysus is gonna be pretty sick. Ooh, a reskilled Dionysus with the Scorpion relic. Shit, man, that'd be pretty sick. But this is nuts, though. I'm looking at this. Osiris will have an opportunity to get 3 more Omegas, 3 corrupted, and 5 more of the regular horde with these 2 relics and the Hornet equipped. I'm curious to see how that's going to look like, Shit.
And I know this is totally off tangent, but for when Halloween rolls around, if we do not get like a rescaled Calvarax, I'm gonna be very upset.
I know. We were supposed to get one, and we didn't get one last time. That sucked.
Yeah, this past Halloween event was a
Just talk about
catastrophe.
Halloween. We talk about Christmas,
Oh, fuck
And,
that. Jesus, yeah.
anniversary. Those were both pretty lackluster.
Yeah, the last few holiday events that they had were lacking in substance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Okay.
And I think that's putting it mildly, but
Mildly is a good way to... Yes, mildly, for sure. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Above Below saying I should have kept Raw, Sobek, and a set, but I didn't see this coming. Above Below, this is the nature of our game. We never see this coming.
I saw it coming. I figured this shit was gonna happen, so I've been keeping my Raw and stuff. They're all at level like 40 or shy of 40. I am
Yeah.
so ready to grab this stuff.
Shit. But Raw's already part of a collection, though, dude.
Yeah, I have all the other Egyptians anyway, so.
Yeah, this is why I also kept telling myself I should always have a copy of one of each 4-star, because you never know. But it's so hard because I want prestige Titans, you know what I mean? But
I was gonna say it's a lot hard, and well,
Well-
and imagine how I feel, dude. Like
Yeah.
for me, somebody who doesn't play a ton and who isn't, Mr. Grindfest, like getting
man.
prestige, getting one of my Titans to prestige 1 for me is a fucking accomplishment. Okay,
I think
so
these these Titans, I can't talk right now. Will also possibly get synergy relics to go along with them.
well, that's a good question. Well, here's the thing. I think yes, because what I'm noticing, dude, is the same thing, and I'm gonna actually, let me see, Loki, right? For example, this is the relic we got, the Rati. It has the same template look, like the winged scarab, where it's like a group of group of Titans that get a synergy when either of them is it has this relic equipped. So I think that each of those Titans is going to get a synergy relic because it's just the new way that they will be released. I know that, dude, hands down, Osiris is going to be an alliance one because they're going to make way more money that way, and they should. But the winged scarab, this is gonna be a Pantheon collection, dude, for sure. I'm just okay. You know what, dude? I'm gonna go fucking look at this, and I really gotta get going because I got a Bad Batch episode to catch. Hold on.
You just reminded me. Gosh damn it!
I know.
I gotta go watch that now too.
I know, dude. I know. Okay, so how many Egyptian collections do we have? Just one, right?
Just the one.
Just the
which
one.
gets you the
Okay.
amulet.
So let's see. So Bast is
Oh,
in
shit.
there. Osiris is in there. Anubis is in there. And Ra is in there. So the ones you're going to want to keep or go after now is Aset, Wadjet, Sobek, and someone's new. 1, 2, 3. Osiris, Anubis, Ra, and Bast. Oh shit, that's crazy. The first 4 are in order from left to right in the collection. I'm sorry, I'm just being weird right now. Now Wadjet, Aset, and Sobek are not in
Maybe
any
they might
collection.
just double up and they might.
Maybe,
what's
yeah.
actually really, what's really ticking me off about this is
What?
that I recently had Anubis, Osiris, Ra, Bast, Wadjet, and Sobek. I, at one point in the last 2 months, had all 6 of them. Or
Yeah.
all 7.
Oh yeah.
I literally had all of them. And I fused some of them away. Damn it!
Yeah, no, dude. It is how. Yeah, I don't fuse your 4-stars though anymore. You're gonna need to keep them for collections, bro. So use them as
Like, I've
prestige
got
food.
Osiris and I have a set, but I got rid of Bast, Anubis,
Yeah.
Ra, Wadjet, and Sobek.
Yeah, my Bast.
They'll
and
roll
the-
around again.
Yeah, they will. But it's just hard because now they know that a lot of these are gone, so they'll make them a little difficult to get, so you have to do the solo event. It's like I don't want to do another event, but
How many of these are in the Titan tokens?
all of them, except
All of them?
I think except Osiris.
I feel some. Now, I guess this relic, you know, we don't know what they're gonna
Yeah,
be.
they're
If they're
never
gonna
know.
get refilled really well.
Honestly,
but, I mean, if they come into like TOW, they might.
yeah. My recommendation for everybody listening to prioritize completing conquest events, because that's your opportunity to get prestige Pantheon collection Titans, or at least more prestige food. It's a grind, but it's possible, dude. Yeah, you get you put in the time, you can at least make sure you get some proper prestige food. And then also, dude, participating, keeping a timer ready and active, and try to get the timer started as early as possible for the theaters of war. That way you can collect your keep that refresh rate going, and have a higher chance of getting those relics of war. And then assault as well, dude. Getting assault done, getting those relics of wars. That way you can get that prestige food and start completing collections. I was upset, for example, I could have completed or gotten one step closer to completing a fire collection because I needed Malcor, but unfortunately I was out of those relics of war. But
Relics of War.
yeah. But
Ooh, speaking of collections, I just need to get Hachiman and get him to level 40, and I'll finally have a frickin' Warrior's Ring.
oh shit, yeah, dude. Yeah, you need
Oh,
that
I
relic.
felt about the segment. When the chief finally rolled around, I got her. Like, right away.
I did finally get the 4-star Elemental Grasp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Relic is so good. But I'm gonna bow out. It is
Same
time
here.
for me to go to bed because
Yep,
I
yep.
gotta go to work at 12.
Oh shit, yeah, man. All right, y'all. Well, good way to segue out of here. Anyway, for anybody that just hung out from beginning to end live, appreciate you guys being here. We had Extinction, Lawrence Wicks, we had Pisces. Raz, it's great to talk to you. It's been a while. Sounds like Mr. Awesome Bird decided to hang out. Appreciate you being here. I'm just kidding, bro. We have Above Below, and a bunch of other people from the first earlier stream today. Appreciate you guys, checking it out. I'm gonna be back. My goal is to be back no later than Sunday. I'm gonna definitely do a late stream to finish off the event on Sunday, and I just want to get this event ground out, just because I need to level up the relics. And then this is a fun Titan to get some activity going for. So you guys will hear from me again, hopefully tomorrow, but definitely on Sunday. And appreciate everybody being here. All right, guys, everyone rest up. I'm gonna go watch Bad Batch, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. Peace out.
Later.
Later.